Hi friends! Guess what? It's time to show you a new Pueblo Magico in the state of Jalisco. This is the 8th magic town we check off the list, which means we are one town away from achieving our goal. If you're not familiar with our Pueblos Mágicos de Jalisco series, I left links in the description so you can check out the other 7 towns we visited, and I also created a Pueblos Mágicos de Jalisco playlist that's easy to navigate and or share with others. Today we're showing you the lovely mountain town of Tapalpa, and I hope you stick around till the end of the video. Okay, so first of all, I have to say that the state of Jalisco never ceases to amaze me with how beautiful and diverse it is. Even after seeing so much of it, it still surprises me and it makes me feel that we barely scraped the surface. Located just 140 kilometers southeast of the city, Tapalpa is a fantastic day trip idea from Guadalajara, and I recommend you leave early to have time to explore as much as possible before the sun goes down. Now, if you'd like to hike to El Salto del Nogal, the tallest waterfall in the state, or do any other outdoor activities, it's probably best to book a cabin and spend a whole weekend in town. But even if you just go for the day, there's plenty to do and you can make the most of your time in Tapalpa if you plan your itinerary in advance. Also, keep in mind that being a high-altitude mountain town, the weather can be unpredictable. One moment it's clear and sunny, the next could be windy, cloudy, and raining. It happened to us on a previous trip, from blue sunny skies to rain clouds in the blink of an eye. But regardless of weather, Tapalpa is charming and beautifully quiet, which makes the simple fact of walking its cobblestone streets a special experience on its own. It's no surprise that when Mexico launched the Pueblos Mágicos program, now totaling 132 towns, Tapalpa was the 5th one appointed. As you know, at the heart of any colonial town lies its main church, and Tapalpa has not only one, but 2 main churches built one in front of the other, 300 years apart. El Templo de San Antonio was built by the Franciscans in 1650, and the construction of the new church, El Templo de Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, started in 1950 and was paid for by the contributions of the locals. This beautiful temple is made entirely of red brick. Sitting in the main square, you'll notice that there are a lot of restaurants with beautiful terraces overlooking the temples, and the 2 we recommend that we tried ourselves are El Mesón de los Encinos, where we had steak chilaquiles for breakfast as soon as we arrived in town, and Hacienda de los Encinos, where we got to try a very popular local dish called borrego al pastor. Now, the meat itself was a little bit dry, so I'm not sure if this is how it's typically prepared, but it was full of flavor nonetheless, and if you like lamb, you should definitely give it a shot. Something very interesting in Tapalpa that I recommend you do is go look for its famous pilas or water fountains. There are 5 historic fountains spread across town, and every single one of them has a local legend associated with it and written on ceramic tile murals that can be found right next to them. I think it took us about 1 hour to find them all, and I really enjoyed it because it kind of felt like a little game walking around in search of cute water fountains. Now, if you look it up online, most articles say there are only 4, but I promise there's actually 5, and you can see them all here in our video. Also, on our Patreon page, I uploaded the town map showing the exact location of the fountains, as well as close-ups of all the murals so you can easily read the local stories behind each one of them. Another place that I think should rank high on the list of things to do in Tapalpa is the area known as the Valley of Enigmas, or simply Las Piedrotas. Here you'll get to see these gigantic, interesting looking rock formations. Despite a few existing theories, their origin is still unknown and wrapped in mystery, which of course increases the appeal of the area. Access to the valley is completely free, but if you wish, you can make a voluntary contribution to support the locals who are in charge of preserving it. Ziplining between some of the rocks and horseback riding are also available for a small fee. If you did everything I mentioned so far, you'd probably have no time left in the day for much more. But if, let's say, you're interested in creating a different, more off-road itinerary, I also have a somewhat secret spot we were shown by a local friend of ours who is very familiar with this area. Driving towards Tapalpa, just about 20-30 minutes out, you'll start seeing signs for the municipality of Atemejac de Brizuela. Right after we passed Atemejac, we made our first stop to get breakfast in Ferreria at a lovely restaurant with great views and delicious food called Los Pinos. And just a little further down the road, we wandered in Juanacatlan to explore the town center and grab some gorditas de nata. But for the real highlight of this area, and only if you drive a 4x4, this is essential, you'll have to go check out the viewpoint known as El Divisadero. Our friend drove us there in the cutest resort vintage buggy, and even though it miraculously survived the trip with no damage, I do not recommend you get on this road with anything else other than a 4x4, motorcycle, or mountain bike. And if you are able to do that, just take a look at these incredible views you'll get to enjoy when you arrive at this mirador. We even saw a few dust devils form and dissipate in the time we were there. Okay friends, that's all for now. Let me know what you think about today's video. Obviously, there are a lot of activities available and a lot of places to see around Tapalpa that are not included here, but I hope I at least gave you a good starting point, especially if you never visited this beautiful town before. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, stay adventurous, have fun, and keep chasing colors.